UFC fighter Paddy Pimblett was given a call from Conor McGregor on a trip to his pub in Ireland. He was enjoying himself and eating whatever he wanted, but McGregor rang him up and pointed out his weight gain. However, McGregor isn't the only fighter who has something to say about Pimblett's weight. It's kind of a hot topic. Here's everything we know. First off, what exactly did McGregor say? Pimblett is still coming down from an amazing victory over Jordan Levitt in his last outing in July at UFC London. The fan favorite has presently not been matched up with another fighter, and for now, seems to be enjoying his life away from the competition. Before he gets back into the octagon, the baddie made himself known and adored by the community through a relatable persona. He is known to bloat up between fights because of his binge-eating habit. In a recent video posted to Paddy Vlog, Pimblett opened up about the adventure going to Black Forge Inn, a pub that belongs to the Notorious. When he was enjoying the many options offered at the place, McGregor called Pimblett up and then pointed out his bulkier look. McGregor told him he was putting on weight again, and it looked strange because his face had already changed. Next up, Dana White likens Pimblett and Conor McGregor. Pimblett found his footing in the UFC through Cage Warriors as a thrilling new sensation. He made a name for himself as one of the most famous faces in the sport, despite only fighting under the banner 3 times so far. At the Dana White's Contender Series 47 post-fight press conference, White pointed out how similar Scalzer's star power is to that of the Irish fighter. His exact words were, "To talk about championship stuff now, it's a little too soon, but he's got that Conor McGregor vibe," White said via Liverpool Echo. When he walks, when he's in the arena, the way that the fans receive him, the way that the media covers him, Pimblett kind of seems to feel the same way as White. After he heard what the UFC president said, he said that Dana definitely knows what he's talking about, and his observations weren't wrong, but hopefully he doesn't let it get to his head. He also then said that he's the new man because of what the numbers are showing. Yeah, okay, clout is one thing, but if he doesn't have anything to show for it in the ring, he won't be keeping it for much longer. Also, it seemed that he was avoiding the subject at hand. At no point did White refer to social media fame at all. Hold up, an eating disorder? It's not just McGregor. Pimblett was also slammed by putting on insane amounts of weight from UFC champions, including ex-bantamweight title holder TJ Dillashaw and the ruling featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, both of whom warned and advised him against the unhealthy habit. Looking at the extreme weight cuts and diet he must follow, the baddie believes he might have ended up with an eating disorder as the result of fighting professionally. He admitted that he's had his fair share of party days, where his eating habits weren't regulated at all. He opened up more to Sport Bible and said that before this, he had a gambling addiction, and somewhere along the way, food turned into a substitute. He's really convinced that this is a proper addiction, and put some of the blame for it on the UFC. He also said that when he goes out for food with people, he notices how clearly shocked they are at the amount of food he can put away in one sitting. Not that this is okay at all, but you have to remember that dieting, abstaining from your favorite foods, and regularly exercising aren't easy, but that is the life of a UFC fighter, and he knew that when signing with the promotion. All the other fighters manage it. Maybe McGregor wasn't wrong to call him out, even though he definitely should have worded it differently. Next up, what caused all this? And this is just one time we're referring to. Paddy has had these intense weight changes more times than you can count in his MMA career. It must be difficult, and even more so when you're between fights. That urge to eat everything must be really tough to resist. But again, a UFC star is nothing without discipline and self-control. One shining example would be Anderson Silva. The man is 47, past an age where most fighters choose to call it quits, and he's here because of his determination and hard work. Pimblett also chalks some of the cause for this, from the stress he faced having to cut weight and fight within the octagon. He revealed to Steve-O that he's had many issues in the past. Here's the thing, while we're no one to comment on his personal choices, if he doesn't pull it together for the sake of his career, things could go south really fast. Finally, here's what the baddie had to say, but Pimblett has been hell-bent on dismissing any comments about his weight. The liver-puddly and memorably mooned onlookers at his last UFC weigh-in, and loudly declared, "Kiss my to any naysayers who tried to fat-shame him before his fight." With a 3-0 score in the UFC, Pimblett is already one of the most liked fighters out there, and he's certain he has his relationship with the scale handled, but it really doesn't look like that's the case. If these strange eating patterns are really a disorder, he can't do anything except to get help and try to fix things, so it doesn't get in the way of his fighting abilities and longevity. If he doesn't begin reining it in soon, it's definitely going to be negatively affecting his reputation, and we really don't want that for him. You definitely remember the way Steve-O made him step on a scale, and he weighed in at 206 pounds. He had his fight against Jordan Levitt 5 weeks before this, and during the fight, his weight was 155 pounds, meaning that he put on 50 pounds within 5 weeks. And in case you didn't know, 206 pounds is a whole 50 over the lightweight limit. What makes the whole thing even weirder is how this guy has never missed weight. Now, in other related news, let's talk about who Conor's next opponent could be. Notorious hasn't stepped into the octagon for 14 months now, and we have no definite schedule for his comeback either. We're probably not going to get to see him fight Diaz again, but recently, Mayweather said that he was setting up a rematch with McGregor for 2023. That's exciting, but we don't know who he's negotiating the deal with. The Irish fighter also uploaded a snap of himself punching Floyd on his Instagram, and under it, We saw the hashtag not interested. Okay, so it's not Mayweather either. Who could it be now? Will UFC matchmakers try to schedule the most profitable fight they can, or do they want to get Notorious a win? Everything is kind of up in the air for now. It could be Charles Oliveira or Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal would be the perfect opponent for McGregor to fight. He loves event promotion and enjoys stand-up conversations. Oliveira would have to fight Conor as soon as possible if he defeats Makhachev. That is one fight we wouldn't want to miss. Next up, the McGregor-Mayweather beef continues. Floyd Mayweather has no plans of retiring from exhibition boxing matches, as he keeps on making big bucks, while not having the same risk of getting hurt like he did in his professional career. But McGregor thinks that the American is lying, and he actually isn't bringing in as much money as he makes it seem. The American is next set to battle Mikiro Asakura in Japan, with the betting for the fight said to be seriously favoring Mayweather. Ex-YouTube star Logan Paul and Mayweather formerly battled in an exhibition bout, and the ex-professional boxer claimed he earned $100 million from that event. This is something McGregor doesn't believe, saying publicly that he thinks Floyd is full of shit. He pointed out that if Mayweather was making as much money as he claims, he should have made it to Forbes, which he didn't. Finally, Jake Paul made a joke about Tommy Fury's impending fatherhood. This guy just can't stop himself. Recently, he took a dig at Tommy Fury after finding out his longtime rival is expecting a child. Fury and his girlfriend Molly May Hague declared to the world recently that they're about to become parents for the first time, and Paul couldn't resist the chance to poke fun at Love Islander stars. He posted a crude jibe on Twitter. He quote-tweeted pictures from the couple's announcement video and wrote, "Shocking, Tommy usually pulls out." Paul's jab was referring to his two canceled bouts with Fury. These two, who started their beef on social media, were first set to fight each other last December in Florida. The Tampa fight was canceled days before it was scheduled. Fury was forced to forfeit due to an injury. They had another match scheduled for August 6th, but it got canceled because Fury had issues entering America. Even though they currently have no matches lined up, Paul's determining that he'd wipe the floor with Fury, saying it'll be his last payday when they finally meet in the ring. That's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts on Pimblett's weight changes? Do you agree with McGregor? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.